Okay, good evening, folks. Dr. Freedom here with you. Times from Doctor News. News from in and around the universe that may or may not make you wonder, was I actually at home for all that time on lockdown? Oh, it seems like it was 100 years ago. I was home for 2 months straight. And now I go back to work and they're like, we're concerned about your safety, but we're going to make you work 54-hour weeks. But that's my own little conundrum I have to deal with, little paradox and thinking, I guess. But, this video, I'm not sure what to title it because I'm really sick of the bull crap. And I'm not kidding. It's gotten to the point it's on epidemic level. Look, if I lean her so away, the poor little minion guy disappears. But okay, here we go. Let me show you what I mean. Let's start up here, shall we? All right, here we go. Bam. Now, as some of you know, last week this image came out and everybody's like, oh, look, new Dalek design leak. I'm going to go make a video about it. Obviously, you've got a bad short-term memory problem because we've already seen this guy before. This is the night of October 22nd, going into the morning of October 23rd of last year. So this is not even a year old. This is about 8 months. And you've got certain individuals out there making these big thousands of view videos going, I enjoy the new Dalek design, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, we've seen it before. But the reason why I'm bringing this particular article up is I love it. You know a good article when you read it, when somebody has an opinion that they don't like this particular thing, and they start it off with a generalization. People are not happy about the new Dalek design leak. It's like, no, Georgia, just say you are not happy about the new Dalek design. And it's like if you've done any research for more than 5 minutes, you realize it's not a new design. It's based off the Recon Dalek from Resolution of the Daleks. But yeah, that filming that I just showed you is from Revolution of the Daleks. Well, it's from Resolution, and then this one's from Revolution of the Daleks. Sorry. It's kind of hard, when you got two titles that are so similar. It's scary. But the thing is, if you don't like something, don't go write this big article and go, well, 4 or 5 of my buddies don't like it, so everyone doesn't like it, because that's what you're implying here with your title. Very sorry. I don't agree with you. The Recon Dalek was a kick-ass design, and I think that's what this is going to turn out to be, is the Recon Dalek before it had to reconstruct itself from pieces parts. At least that's my theory. There's another channel trying to label this as the Supreme Dalek. And I'm like, really? Where'd you get that from? Because I've not seen that little bit of literature that labels us as the Supreme Dalek. Now, I'm going to go spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Because if you scroll, scan down, looky here. Things are not going to end well for this guy or one of his companions. That's all I'm going to say on that. Now, originally there was a video that went with this face. And they've taken a still and they've redacted the video out of the article. Now, I don't know if the article, the video, still exists, but this article does. I'm going to link it for you. That way you can go back and look at this guy, out on the Clifton suspension bridge when he was originally photographed from this angle. But notice he's being accompanied by other bronze Daleks, so it's not like they're abandoning the, bronze Dalek design altogether, which is why I wish people would get off their stupid high horse. Will Doctor Who cannot be made to the current standard under social distancing, says BBC Wales boss in a Zoom call for, basically, they're just hanging out. The thing is this, they're already filming soap operas and other crap like that right now under social distancing guidelines. So please take this. Here's your fingers. Here's the pulse. And here's your fingers up your ass where you're obviously trying to create a big stir. Guys, filming doesn't start probably till like September. So that's like just over 2 months from now. Yet they're already decreeing that, people's already running around like Chicken Little, the sky is falling, going, filming's going to be delayed. Ah! Bullshit. And I hope they do redact my payment for that, because that's what it is. It's 100% grade A, pure D bullshit. So, sorry guys, no, we do not know if Doctor Who's going to be delayed or anything like that at this point. Let's wait about 2 more months, and then we'll find out, okay? All right, now here we go. Now, Jodie Whittaker and David Tennant were on the Jimmy Corden show over the last week. Like here, they're popping up, and they're having a little ribbing on each other like that. Here's a link to it if you want to go watch it. And they also got together and they judged a cosplay contest on James Corden's show. And they wore their Doctor Who costumes. Tennant put on this is his brown suit he wore on Doctor Who, and this is one of Jodie's actual outfits, which they said for some crazy reason she took home with her for lockdown. So, yes, if you want to watch this as well, here you go. There's a link for it right there if you want to go check it out on YouTube. Mandip Gill allegedly comment suggests Doctor Who special ends in a cliffhanger. Quote, it's all very secretive. I've obviously know where it's left off, but it's so ambiguous that it could go any which way. But with everything that's happening, I've put no pressure on them for an answer. Guys, she's not going to tell you jack squat. If she does, she's out of a job, okay? And the thing is, there's a lot of conjecture and all that the fam is gone as of this year. And the thing is, a lot of people's going, oh, that can't be true. Towson Cole's already landed another job on AMC on another program. Bradley Walsh has already signed up for another program. I believe it's on ITV. The only one who hasn't signed up for anything that I'm aware of is Mandip Gill. So does that mean Mandip Gill staying on? We don't know. But it looks like at least 2/3 of the fam are probably out of here after Revolution of the Daleks. And that's what's leading to my theory as to why they filmed Revolution of the Daleks when they filmed the rest of Series 12. This way they can put people outside their contracts, end their contracts then so they can go ahead and immediately seek work rather than keeping around for another year to film a special. And that way you don't have to sign a new contract, pay them to come back, and yada, yada, yada. And I think that's one of the reasons why they filmed Revolution when they did. At least that's my theory on it. Jodie Whittaker's emotional video, to thank Leeds teenager over the British Sign Language fundraising film for Mencap. Now, what happened is I believe they made a video for the deaf where they sign for her version of Yellow, if memory serves. So she made a thank you video for that, thanking them for doing it. And that was very, very touching, very, very nice of her to do so. Now here's another take on that over on Cult Box, and I believe here's a link for Jodie fans getting together to sign Yellow as she sings it. So it's a very touching video. Go check it out for yourself right here. That's why I included this one, because it's got the link to the actual video. She said, I loved it, quote unquote. I'm touched and I'm really touched and proud. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. So this apparently all went to charity and all that. So like I said, it's just amazing, the kindness of people in this time, especially when we have people out there, running around acting like mad idiots. And I'm not talking about the protesters. I'm talking about the guys who are doing the actual property damage. All right, Time Lord Victorious comics have been announced. More of the Time Lord Victorious stories were revealed. 2 comic books will be released by Titan Comics in September. And I believe if you go down here, I'm not sure, but I could have swore they had something about pre-ordering them now. Okay, yeah, there it is. Time Lord Victorious 1 is available to pre-order via Comixology and also physically via Forbidden Planet. So if you're looking forward to this big thing that's going to jump so many different types of merchandising, bam, there you go. Now, when I say people running around like mad idiots and all that during this, I'm talking about not the protesters who believe in the message that they're stating, but the rioters, the ones who are causing property damage, who are looting stores and stuff like that. Those people do not represent the movement that is going on at this time. Those are people who are exploiting this movement for their own personal benefit. And it's very sad that it happens, but it always does. You always have bad eggs that, mix into the bunch and take away, the positive, the positive momentum of this movement by doing insanely criminal things. To me, like I said, I'm just going crazy because, one of the things I still can't figure out, and you may call me crazy on this, was the fact that this past week, a statue of Ulysses S. Grant was pulled down. Yes, he was a Confederate, yes, he was a Civil War, general, but he was the leader of the Union forces in the Civil War, one. He went on to become president. He was the guy who signed the amendment that abolished slavery. He was also the guy who went after the Ku Klux Klan. And also, he was once offered a slave in payment, I believe, for a debt. I'm trying to remember how the story goes, but I think he turned around. I can't remember if he just outright refused it or he actually took the slave, but then he freed him. Here's a guy who never once believed in any of the things that these guys are out there, tearing down statues for, yet his was one of the ones that got torn down. That's when a movement is starting to lose its way, when it doesn't know who its allies are in history. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old and crazy. Well, good night, folks. Take care of yourselves. Please be safe out there. Keep your eye out. COVID is still out there. Don't think it's gone away yet. It's still out there spreading its menace. There are still people dying. So please be very careful. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones during this time. Have a good night.